In the modern world, we don't have a lot of time for binge watching like we used to when we were kids. And some stories are too big for a movie, but too short for a full TV series. That's where miniseries shine, delivering unforgettable stories in just a few episodes. Here are the top 5 miniseries you absolutely must watch. The Night Manager. The Night Manager is a slick, high-stakes spy thriller that perfectly balances suspense, luxury, and danger. Based on John Le Carré's novel, it stars Tom Hiddleston as Jonathan Pine, a former British soldier turned hotel night manager who gets pulled into an undercover mission to take down the ruthless arms dealer Richard Roper, played masterfully by Hugh Laurie. The show is visually stunning, filmed in exotic locations with a polished, almost Bond-like aesthetic. The tension is always simmering. The performances are great and the pacing keeps you hooked across its 6 episodes. Hiddleston brings a mix of charm and intensity to his role, while Hugh Laurie's villainous charisma makes Roper one of TV's best antagonists. If you like spy thrillers with a mix of psychological warfare, betrayal, and luxury, The Night Manager is definitely worth watching. Chernobyl. Chernobyl is a masterpiece. It's one of those rare miniseries that doesn't just tell a story. It makes you feel the weight of history. The way it recreates the disaster is haunting, almost like a horror film. But what really makes it powerful is how it focuses on the human cost of lies and bureaucracy. Jared Harris as Valery Legasov delivers an incredible performance, showing the emotional and moral struggle of someone trying to tell the truth in a system built on deception. Stellan Skarsgård and Emily Watson are also fantastic, adding to the weight of the story. The cinematography is creepy and gripping, making you feel like you're right there in the crumbling reactor or the desolate streets of Pripyat. The soundtrack, with those deep, unsettling sounds, adds to the overwhelming sense of dread. It's not just about the explosion, it's about the cover-up, the sacrifices, and the slow realization of what really happened. It's hard to call it entertaining because of how heavy it is, but it's gripping, brutally honest, and unforgettable. Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers is hands down one of the greatest war series ever made. It's not just about the action, it's about the brotherhood, the sacrifices, and the emotional toll of war. The storytelling is incredibly immersive, making you feel like you're right there with Easy Company as they go from training to the brutal battles of World War II. The cast is phenomenal, with standout performances from Damian Lewis as Winters, Ron Livingston as Nixon, and so many others, including young actors who later become huge stars, like Michael Fassbender and Tom Hardy in small roles. The way the series balances intense combat scenes with personal moments makes it feel raw and real. The battle sequences, especially Bastogne and the attack on Foy, are some of the best ever filmed. But what really sticks with you is the camaraderie between the soldiers and the psychological impact of war. The final episode, with Winters reflecting on their journey, is just beautiful. Fleabag. Fleabag is a dark humor TV show with great writing and acting performances. Phenomenal work done by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. The fourth wall breaking isn't just a gimmick. It makes you feel like you're in on her deepest thoughts, secrets, and insecurities, which makes the emotional gut punches hit even harder. The first season is brilliant, but season 2, that's next level TV. The introduction of the hot priest adds a whole new layer of emotional complexity, making the romance both thrilling and devastating. What I love the most is how Fleabag never sugarcoats anything. Grief, guilt, love, self-destruction, it's all laid bare with wit and brutal honesty. Scenes from a Marriage. The recent one with Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain is a more modern take, keeping the core essence but shifting dynamics. For example, making Jessica Chastain's character the one who leaves. The cinematography is more polished, and Oscar Isaac and Chastain have insane chemistry. Their performances feel so raw that some scenes are straight up emotionally exhausting. While it doesn't quite hit the same level of groundbreaking originality as Bergman's, it's still an incredible adaptation with fresh perspective. Whether you love gripping thrillers, intense dramas, or emotional deep dives, this miniseries proves that sometimes a few episodes are all it takes to tell an unforgettable story.